Alright, g'day everyone. Welcome to Macbeth Act 3, Scene 5. Now, Act 3, Scene 5 is an odd little scene. It's got the three witches plus Hecate, who is the boss of the witches, I guess you'd say. And so this is an interesting scene because there's some speculation whether Shakespeare actually wrote it and had it in his version of the play, or whether Act 3, Scene 5 was added in later on. And that speculation comes around because of the stylistic devices used. You'll see that the witches don't really speak in trochaic meter anymore, and there's a lot of iambic meter. It's really different to the other scenes in which the witches appear. Another reason why this might have been added in later is because in the play, the number 3 is an important motif. There are 3 prophecies for Macbeth. There are 3 prophecies for Banquo. There are 3 witches. There are the second time that Macbeth meets the witches, there are another 3 prophecies. So this number 3 is quite important. The witches appear in 3 scenes, except, or unless we include Act 3, Scene 5. Act 3, Scene 5 brings their number up to 4, which seems to go against the 3 motif. So there's a good case to be made that this scene was actually not originally written by Shakespeare and not in Shakespeare's production of this play. But in any case, we'll take a quick look at it. It is included in some productions of Macbeth. Other people leave it out. And the reason is because the witches are here and they are met with Hecate, and she's, I guess, the goddess of witchcraft. I think she comes from ancient Greek mythology. And she's unhappy that the witches have gone and trafficked with Macbeth in riddles and affairs of death, and I, the mistress of your charms, have been left out. Essentially, she's not happy that they've gone ahead and started playing around with Macbeth and haven't included her in it, or the plans have gone wrong. And so she makes them deal, and she says, okay, you can make it up to me by fixing this up, and you're going to meet Macbeth again. And you'll see here, this is another thing that suggests that maybe this scene wasn't in here. Music and song within, come away, come away. And so this idea of music really contrasts quite steeply with the dark and brooding mood that Shakespeare creates with the other witches. So this scene, what does it do for the play? Why might it have been added in later on? Well, it's possible that another production of the play decided that the witches' goals and motives were too vague, because this scene adds a little bit of purposefulness to the witches. It also could suggest that Macbeth has gone too far. He's gone beyond what they wanted him to do. So it could have those purposes in there. In general, I prefer to leave it out because for me it doesn't really fit with the rest of the play. However, it is in our version of the play, and so if you do want to deal with it in your exam or oral commentary or something, then that is fine. It would make a nice contrast if you contrasted Act 3, Scene 5, for example, against Act 3, Scene 3, where the witches first meet Macbeth and they're chanting their prophecies, or even Act 1, Scene 1, where we first meet the witches. And there's a really nice contrast in stylistic devices that goes on there, and mood as well. All right, that's it for Act 3, Scene 5. Thanks, everyone.